News while we have you, my friend. Jensen Huang, what's your take on this? He unveiled Nvidia's Mayio autonomous car AI model at CES. Got a lot of headlines, made a lot of news. Called it the world's first thinking, reasoning, autonomous vehicle AI pros. Tell me your thoughts about that. You saw those headlines. I mean, has it kind of compare and contrast to Tesla, to Waymo pros? Walk me through it.
So with regards to Mayio, it's, I mentioned it's the reasoning mix added to their self-driving platform. So, you traditionally have these, there can be some systems that are pretty rudimentary. They're rules-based, they kind of simple, but they can't handle complex things. Now, NVIDIA is adding this Mayio reasoning to the mix. Basically what it says, what it means is that, you have sensors bringing in input, you have training from the real world, video simulation, things like that the system learns. But now it can also sort of reason to solve a particular problem. Like, for instance, what to do if a traffic signal's out. Right. What now, if you add Mayio, what it'll do is it'll reason. It'll show text showing you that reasoning, like an LLM would. Right. I see that this light is out. I should probably stop here, then move, proceed cautiously. So you see that stuff is pretty cool to kind of have the ability to see the reasoning of the system. Now, Tesla's a little bit different. They have an end-to-end neural network. It's all trained on the millions of hours of video that they collect from their drivers, so the system can just see and react to it. It's a black box, right? So you can't really see why or how it made a decision. That was a change that Tesla made. Now, Elon Musk said in response to seeing what NVIDIA did that they do also have reasoning, but we can't really check that because we don't have the ability to check in a closed system, right? So we don't really sure what's going on there. But two different ways to sort of skin the cat here for self-driving, right? Do you want to have a more less complex, a quicker and less computational taxing system that potentially Tesla has in place, or do you want a more reasoning foundation-based model that can solve those edge cases potentially, but it could also take a lot of computational power, cost a lot more money, need a lot more sensors, et cetera. I think you know where this is going, right?
Well, let me ask you. I mean, what is? Do you think you saw? What is Jensen's endgame ultimately? I mean, would you expect? Okay, he launches his own robotaxi, or no, he sells this tech to others?
I don't think so. I mean, I think a big part of this is what people are excited about is that it's open source, right? All the models, all the information, it's all on GitHub. You can see it. You can actually tinker with it. You and I can actually tinker with it right now if we wanted to, right? But that's still, it still needs to be deployed in the real world. And I think that's why he wants to have partners like Mercedes, which is the first car is going to get the full Mayio stack in it, right? You have GM, you have Hyundai that are going to use NVIDIA's chips, right? So they'd rather build the chips and the modules, make money off that, have your companies like Mercedes, GM, and Hyundai implement it. And you mentioned robotaxis, even Uber and Lucid are partners with NVIDIA, and they're going to be doing a 20,000 unit robotaxi business that's going to be powered by NVIDIA chips. So I think if you're Jensen, you'd like the ability to just keep cranking out the chips and the modules and not get into the business of running a robotaxi company.
When computers start to comprehend, reason, and behave in the actual world, ChatGPT's physical AI moment is here. In a statement regarding the GPU manufacturer's most recent autonomous driving initiative, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang threw down the robotic gauntlet during CES in Las Vegas. NVIDIA's Mayio is a reasoning-based vision language action (VLA) model that integrates observation, language, and action planning and decision-making. It is utilized in robotaxis and self-driving cars. During his presentation, Huang showed a video of Mayio in operation. Without any assistance, a test car drove through San Francisco streets, making decisions similar to those of a human driver. The key question at this point is if NVIDIA has produced a system that is better than Tesla's and comparable to Waymo's best-in-class robotaxis from Alphabet. Huang is very optimistic about self-driving cars. According to the CEO, he envisions a time when there are 1 billion driverless vehicles on the road. For more than a decade, NVIDIA has been working on self-driving technology. Huang said last year that there would be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity for physical AI solutions like autonomous driving. Huang stated at CES that NVIDIA's full self-driving FSD stack, which includes Mayio, will be implemented first in the next Mercedes CLA EV in Q1. By 2027, the company hopes to have autonomous robotaxis, similar to Waymo's, with partners like Uber and Lucid. Mayio is currently Level 2 advanced, which means that while it can function independently, human oversight is still necessary. The objective of all the key participants in the autonomous arena is Level 4 autonomous, which means that the vehicles are completely self-driving within a certain area. Although Waymo has succeeded in certain regions, Tesla and Nvidia's Drive Hyperion systems are currently at Level 2. Nvidia plans to release Mayio soon, aiming for Level 4 capability. In an interview, Katie Driggs Campbell, a professor at the University of Illinois' Granger College of Engineering, stated that she is thus far impressed with Nvidia's advancements, but she cautions that publicity hype can sometimes overshadow reality. According to Driggs Campbell, Mayio appears to be a step ahead from Tesla's closed FSD system, which powers its EVs and robotaxis. However, Tesla's system now needs supervision, indicating its Level 2 autonomy. When completely deployed, Nvidia's Mayio is said to be aiming for Level 4, and FSD also plans to reach that goal with additional software upgrades. To make perception and control decisions, Tesla's FSD is an end-to-end neural network that has been trained on vast quantities of real-world fleet driving data. Elon Musk ordered Tesla to abandon rule-based control and distinct modules in favor of a single neural network system that uses no explicit reasoning to translate camera data into vehicle control outputs. Additionally, Tesla's FSD is a closed system, and the firm hasn't disclosed much information about its real operation. For example, Tesla CEO Elon Musk stated in its most recent FSD release that that's just exactly what Tesla is doing, following Nvidia's Mayio reasoning-based presentation, although it's challenging to verify that assertion. According to what is currently known, the Tesla neural network can perform driving actions and learn patterns from data, such as millions and millions of driving films. However, it is unable to create clear reasoning, such as halting because a pedestrian might cross the crossing. In essence, decision-making processes are concealed and cannot be investigated after the fact. By using a more conventional deep learning approach, which is in some ways a simpler problem, Tesla is training the model using a number of driving instances, input photos, and any additional sensor data that they wish to include, Campbell stated. And one of the wonderful things about Tesla, in my opinion, is that they have a fairly simple method for simply collecting data from Tesla drivers. Since its founding, Tesla has manufactured nearly 9 million cars, the majority of which record and transmit visual data to the company. The problem with Tesla's approach is that it is a black box, which means that engineers are unaware of what is happening within the neural network. Measuring if the driving outputs were sufficient is all that is possible. This is where Waymo and Mayio are different from Tesla, and it's useful to illustrate with an example. For example, when a car with Nvidia Mayio gets close to a junction, it can detect that a traffic light is not working. Theoretically, Mayio would be able to reason through a complex problem by analyzing visual data and converting it into a comprehensible language-based solution, such as stopping at an intersection, identifying any obstacles, driving through, and then planning and carrying out that action with vehicle movement. Nvidia's approach is probably comparable to Waymo's, which has demonstrated its work well. The modular solution from Waymo is referred to as a two-system approach, or thinking fast and slow. Although Tesla refers to FSD as a foundation model because of its extensive training on real-world footage, larger systems like Waymo's and Mayio are referred to as foundation models. System 1 at Waymo is reactive, simulating an instinctive or automatic reaction to sensor data. Deliberate in nature, System 2 determines intermediate stages by reasoning through tasks. The two systems thereafter supply inputs to what the business refers to as its world decoder, which determines the optimal course of action for the vehicle. However, in the case of Waymo, its reasoning may be overridden by explicit rules. Since there are some strict limitations that you don't need to consider in principle, almost all systems will have some protections, specific rules, in place. For instance, Driggs Campbell stated, "We know you shouldn't go off the road. There is some monitoring and reasoning involved, but the difficulty arises when systems don't work well together. You may occasionally experience jitteriness or back and forth, which can lead to strange complications." Waymo Robotaxis faced a real-world problem in late December in San Francisco when its two-system and rules-based model was unable to handle a power outage that rendered traffic signals inoperable, as demonstrated by the example of non-functioning traffic lights above. Musk claimed that while the San Francisco power outage did not deter Tesla's FSD-powered Robotaxis, which is presently undergoing testing in San Francisco with safety drivers, the way its vehicles solve problems differs from those of models like Mayio and Waymo. Therefore, even though Tesla Robotaxis operated during the San Francisco power outage, engineers would not be able to determine how they resolve the problem because there is no reasoning output. This makes it challenging to improve or correct a system that might have used a flawed pattern or inaccurate data when making a driving decision. This suggests that the two-system design of the large foundation reasoning models, such as Waymo and AlphaMayo, may be superior. Again, though, it's not that easy. The gold standard, according to Wall Street analysts at banks like Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank, and Wedbush Securities, is Tesla FSD supervised, which is powered by a vast data source and deployed at scale across Tesla EVs. While acknowledging that neural networks can make judgments more quickly and with less computing load, Driggs Campbell points out that it's difficult to determine whether Tesla's approach is best. In contrast to Tesla's deep learning strategy, she continued, the foundation models utilized in Waymo and Nvidia's AlphaMayo generally seem to be outperforming and exhibiting encouraging results. However, there are still several obstacles. According to Driggs Campbell, I think the translation from these really big reasoning models to online performance is a huge challenge. They are time-consuming. Reasoning takes a few seconds, but when you're actually driving, you want something much, much faster. It's extremely similar to a person. According to her, there is a gap between the next-gen models like AlphaMayo and Waymo's and what appears to be working right now, such FSD. Join our investor community. Hit subscribe and like to get your daily Nvidia stock insights and tutorials delivered. To put it another way, Tesla FSD is the current industry standard for autonomous and advanced driver assistance. It uses a lot of data and is implemented widely, but it is still essentially reactive and supervised. While AlphaMayo might represent a next-generation approach to situation-aware autonomous systems, providing more safety and predictability in uncommon or difficult scenarios and more transparent decision-making logic, they might require more time to iron out the kinks and increase speed. To put it another way, AlphaMayo and Tesla FSD are two distinct strategies for achieving the common objective of completely autonomous driving, which some have compared to landing on the moon. Regarding the 1% of driving scenarios that both models find difficult to solve, Musk stated that it is extremely difficult to solve the long tail of real-world edge cases, but he encouraged Huang and Nvidia in their joint endeavor. He added that he wasn't losing any sleep over the most recent update, although he did say, I honestly hope they succeed. As the head of the main firm driving the current technological transformation, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang claims that many people are unaware of the scope of the AI revolution. He claims that there are presently more than 1.5 million AI models in use worldwide, ranging from drug development and healthcare to more well-known brands like Sam Altman's ChatGPT and Elon Musk's Grok. Jensen Huang, the founder and CEO of Nvidia, has continuously presented artificial intelligence as a shift at the infrastructural level rather than a singular technological advance. During a fireside chat with President and CEO Dr. John J. Hamra, held by the Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSS, Huang proceeded to present his multi-layered perspective on artificial intelligence, AI, highlighting the systems, capital, and range of applications that support the technology's long-term effects. Huang characterized the current infrastructure build-out of AI as being multi-layered, building on the previous topics of energy, processors, and systems. Energy is the basic initial layer. According to Huang, the development of electricity is the most important aspect of the AI revolution as a whole. Chips, Nvidia itself, comes next. Without chips, there would be no way to process the AI computation required to run the AI models or use electricity. Huang then draws attention to the third layer, which comprises financial services, since our work requires a significant amount of capital. His comments demonstrate that large-scale AI development is not just a technical, but also a financial problem that calls for consistent investment in networking, data centers, and long-lasting computing equipment. Huang then addressed the models themselves, the fourth layer that is most frequently discussed by the general public. He recognized the importance of well-known systems, explaining that when people discuss AI, they tend to concentrate on them. He gave the examples of ChatGPT, Claude from Anthropic, Gemini from Google, and Grok from xAI. However, he pointed out that those are 4 of the 1.5 million AI models in the globe, placing those systems in a far broader perspective. popular generative models are reframed in the statement as a minuscule portion of a much broader and more varied ecosystem. By framing Nvidia as an infrastructure investment within a technology revolution being adopted throughout every business in the world, this statement diversifies the risk away from the larger, more widely recognized AI models. Huang's comments made the more general argument that AI is not limited to language or customer service. He underlined that artificial intelligence, AI, encompasses systems that comprehend genes, proteins, chemicals, and the laws of physics in addition to AI that understands quantum, physical movement and robotics, long-term patterns, financial services, and healthcare across various data types. Huang emphasized AI's function as a general-purpose technology applicable across science, industry, and services by enumerating these disciplines. This viewpoint aligns with Nvidia's development over the previous 10 years. In addition to consumer-facing AI, the company's hardware and software systems are extensively utilized in financial analysis, industrial automation, medication development, and climate modeling. Because Nvidia is at the forefront of these applications and provides the processing infrastructure necessary to support a variety of AI workloads beyond well-known chat interfaces, Huang is an authority on the topic. In a larger market and policy context, Huang's remarks highlight a persistent problem in technology cycles. The public tends to overlook the underlying infrastructure and the variety of use cases in favor of concentrating on the most obvious applications. Distinguishing between model creators, infrastructure providers, and domain-specific applications becomes more crucial as capital pours into AI-related businesses. His tiered paradigm provides a method for assessing AI development that takes into consideration long-term deployment, specialization, and capital intensity as opposed to short-term novelty. Huang presents AI as a fundamental change akin to earlier industrial revolutions by characterizing it as a platform with numerous layers and millions of specialized models. According to his comments, the long-term effects of AI will depend more on how widely intelligence is used across academic fields, business sectors, and economic systems than on any one model. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.